Where? Where? Oh, that's Maffic. I thought that was obsidian. Piss. I know I've got shitloads of it. Fucking down here. Oh, we should have quite a bit down here, I would have thought. Maybe not. It's all granite. And igneous. Oh. Yeah, obsidian is like black. That's weird. We don't actually have that much around us. Alright, let's just finish this with igneous just to get it done. Tired. Tired of waiting. Sploop. And... Is that going to overbuild as well? Ah, Christ. So... This must all happen right now. And this has kind of gone on the back burner, which is fine. Alright then, so I now need to decide what I'm going to do for where I'm going to put the electrolyzers. I think I was toying with the idea of either putting them here or here. Now, if I put them here, I could use this space, instead of using it for natural gas gens, I could use this as like the metal mass that I'll use later for cooling everything down, which might be kind of cool. It might actually work quite nicely, so maybe we'll do that. This can be like our cooling area. Yeah. And then we'll do like a bank of electrolyzers on each side, maybe. Could be fun. There we go. I really want to dig that tile as well. Yeah, they're still fighting down here, which is not ideal. How far are you going to get? You're going to dig one tile. It's not very good. Not very good. Poker shell. No. Narcoleptic, squeamish, very strong. Don't think we want any of those. Who's starving? This little boy, because I can't get him any feckin' diamond. I think this boy's gonna die. I think that is his fate. There's 9 in here and 9 in here now. We've got some eggs kicking around. Not incubate. Do that. Yeah, I'd love to get all the conveyors and stuff set up, but I don't know if I should do that right now. Then we need to get the oxygen supply sorted, so... Okay, let's start doing some digging over here. So yeah, I think maybe like... If we did a little chamber here, like, it doesn't need to be a big one, only maybe have like 3 electrolyzers on each side. And then we can meet in the middle with all of our oxygens. And the hydrogen can be stored somewhere, like down here or something, and be burnt up here. I think that would be good. So, with that in mind... I think I kind of want to bring this floor up a bit. Let's just think for a minute. have we got in the centre here? Yeah. So what I'll do is a spot of this, and I can, if I build this out how I want it to be, I can then just mirror it on the other side, and we can just get it built a lot easier. So we'll do something like, damn it, something like this. And you can come down here because we're pretty boys. And then something like that. Yep. I think something like that. So we'll basically have like, God damn it, come on. 1, 2, 3, we'll spread them out a little bit more than that. Or do we want to go way bigger? And that'll be 6 electrolyzers, that's enough for 40 odd dupes technically, if they were running flat out. Which they wouldn't do because there's only 4 pumps at the bottom. I'm trying to keep it in line with this, but maybe I should just make it wider and keep it in line with the actual this up here. Yeah, let's make this bigger. We've got the space, why not? Bigger is better. 2 smaller ones on each side. 2 small ones on each side. So like 4 in total. That would be pretty big. That would be big boys. Let me just see what this looks like. It's not going to give me any more space up there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes me to there. This could work. Might be quite cute. Like one of these on each side. And then it'll give our electrolyzers more room. So we could have like bang. We could still have like bang, bang, bang. But we'd be able to get way more pumps in below. So like 8, 16, 24. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha! Ah, Jesus. 1 small on each side for us OCD people. I was going to do 1 on each side regardless. There'll be 1 on each side regardless. This is just me deciding whether I want this design before I go ahead and build it. So 2, 4, what is it? 8, 8, like 9, 18, 27, 5, 5. You see the pumps will overlap slightly. Could just do like, stop that, like that. Look a little bit weird, but it could be kind of fun. And we can merge these lines together, have them to a little filter underneath, And then there'll be like a block here where we do all of our cooling, maybe. And that would work. We just need like one pump up at the top. I think that could work. So we'll just build the same thing. Boosh. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Just need to get rid of this fucking wetter now. Shane, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's a late stream today, mate. Doing a bit of a late one. Yes. Oh, this is going to make a mess. Bang, bang, bang. Gonna make a big old mess. Alright, squad, this is the plan. We're going to drop all these waters down. We're going to drop them into here. And then we can pump it out of here. Is my thinking. Okay. Many things to do. Let's cancel these pumps as well. No pumps. No that. No that. No that. We're going to have to get this ethanol pumped out too. Is that your preferred electrolyzer setup? We kind of change it up a little bit every time, but generally, yeah, I like electrolyzers with cooling in there. I'm going to do this one slightly different. There's not going to be any cooling in the room. We're going to do the cooling externally. But yeah, it's kind of how I like to do it. Again, I've done like a video on it on my YouTube. I think, honestly, the radiant pipe within the build is probably my favourite way of doing it, but this way works nice as well. What we're going to have is a massive metal here where we zigzag our oxygen through, and then it goes off to where it ultimately ends up. Something like that. I mean, we've done many variations. I've done this build that we're about to do now before. I've done, I want to say, pretty much every electrolyzer variation I can think of. There's not many I've not tried. So yeah, we don't have very much algae to see us through for now, but okay, we'll get one of these done at least. And if I have to pump some warm air for now and like pump it out down here just to give us some oxygen flowing up, yeah, we're going to do that. Need 2 pumps per electrolyzer for oxygen, I think. It's 8.8 kilos, well, 8.88. One for hydrogen per 3 electrolyzers. No, it's like 1 to 5 nearly, 1 to 4. It depends how much their uptime is, kunks. So, an electrolyzer outputs 112 grams to 888 grams of oxygen. So 112 grams of hydrogen to 888 oxygen. So if you factor in that each one of these is 9, just for ease, like 900 grams. So 9, 18, 27. So pumps wise, you'd need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you need 6 pumps to cover 3 electrolyzers-ish. The numbers change slightly when you go more electrolyzers, but that's if they're doing full uptime as well. A lot of the time we don't run ours with full uptime. So, yeah. So an electrolyzer, if you click on electrolyzer, it actually tells you its output. So it will tell you outputs 888 grams a second of oxygen and 112 grams a second of hydrogen. That's, again, assuming it's doing full uptime and you keep the pressure in the room low enough. There's a lot of weird things that happen with electrolyzers where they will output erroneous figures. Everything's a 9. Right, we need to get this bastard pumping. Is that too much water? Should be okay. Alright. Oh, it might actually be too much water. Oh, well, fuck it. Royce. I'm gonna get a cheap and cheerful power supply from. Need to put down some bigger transformers. Oh, we're still using copper for this. Have we not made any copper with our little... Oh, they're probably eating the gold off the floor. A load of... What the f... Why are we not feeding our boys? What's going on with the critter feeders at all? What is going on with them? Why is there algae in here? I've not asked for algae. Why is there algae in here? And in here? Clay, what are you doing? Fix the fucking critter feeders. Why are they doing weird things? Boxboy back, how you doing, mate? How's it going? I'm assuming your double vent intake for water is just handle extra sources. Yeah, I've got 2 hot steam vents, hot steam geysers that I found already. Hot water geysers, sorry. And we're probably going to find some cool steam vents, and we might find other water sources later as well. So, god damn it. You ever done a flooded electrolyzer build? No, I don't do Havoc. It's one of the oldest and dirtiest bugs in the game, so I don't use it. Flooding electrolyzers. A lot of streamers used to do it, and trash. It's a way of bugging the game out to give you ultimately infinite resources, and I'm not down for that. So yeah, I would advise any of you not to use them, because it's just cheapening the game something rotten. I will name no names, but there's a lot of cunty streamers and YouTubers that basically only survive with bugged electrolyzer builds. So, how are you doing, Machunga? Right, I need to fix this. Why is there feckin' algae in here? This makes no sense. Right, we're paused, so there's definitely nothing being delivered. And then we'll put in here sedimentary, igneous, and that'll do us. That's all that's in here, right? There's nothing else in here, just sedimentary and igneous. Alright. Dirt in here as well. Where's this dirt come from? Get that schwept. And that schwept. Alright, you saw me. I set them up right, okay? And then this one is just copper ore for now. Nothing else in here. Just copper ore. Okay, and this one is nothing for now. This guy's probably going to starve to death, honestly. Very trolley. Yeah, so I need some transformers down here, I think. I could put one over here. Let's do this. I'm going to keep some of these small wires going up into the base, just because reasons. And we'll get rid of this. Good. And then we can extend this little wire out with some gold, maybe. And we'll put a transformer in here. And that'll give us Yeah, we'll put a transformer here for like pumps, and I'll put a transformer here for the electrolyzers themselves. That's fine, and we'll come down. Yeah. 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 Like there. I'll probably end up ripping all this out later when we come to do a proper a transformer bank, but for now, this should see us right. It's not pretty, but it'll do. I don't think flooding electrolyzer is extreme cheating. Yes, it is. I'll tell you why, Kunks. Electrolyzer has a fixed output. Alright, so electrolyzers actually give you their variables in the game. So this is what they're meant to output. 888 grams a second of oxygen, 112 grams a second of hydrogen. By flooding electrolyzers, you can make them output more oxygen or more hydrogen. It's a cheat. Sorry, mate. It just is. So you can make them output way higher volumes of hydrogen, up to like 350 grams, and you can also make them output more oxygen. It's a cheat. Definitely is a cheat. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. You can find it on the forums. There's lots of people that are proud of the builds that they've made on the forums. I think it's disgusting, so I don't use it. You always still need to give them water. Yeah, you still need to give them water, but you get far more out of it. Oh. What's the difference if you flood the electrolyzer room compared to flooding a vent with infinite storage? I think I just answered that though, Lejvink. Flooding a vent, all you're gaining is storage space. Like, I've got all the storage space I want in the world. I could use the whole asteroid as storage space if I want. Flooding a vent using overpressurized storage, that just gives you a time saver. You're not getting any free resources. You're not getting anything extra. You're just storing your stuff, which again I could do just by digging out a big old space and putting a high pressure vent in there and flooding it all to 20 kilos and, you know, building a tank this sort of size. Waste of time though. You guys would probably tear your hair out watching me do it, but I could do it. What I'm not getting is anything for free. So, there you go. The electrolyzers do not output the numbers written in the tooltip if you don't flood them. Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. You just need to keep the pressure low, Kunks. If you put the right number of pumps around your electrolyzers, they will output pretty much perfectly the ratios that it states. It's just about keeping your pressure low. If you keep the pressure above 1 kilo, then you won't. You'll lose it. So I've done loads of tests on this, mate. I've done it. So we've done a lot of tests where we literally spawned in the exact amount of water. Knew exactly how much water we were starting with. Ran electrolyzers on various different speeds, different points in the game. I've done it all. As long as you keep the pressure low, you're fine. What I often do is don't keep the pressure low and I just let them overpressurize because I don't really care if an electrolyzer is overpressurized. It means I've got enough oxygen, providing my pumps are my bottleneck, if you know what I mean. What am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing here. But yeah, there's some things in this game that maybe the common misconception is that it's people call it an exploit because it's just cheaty. No, it's fundamentally broken if you can get something for free out of the game. It's no different than these builds where you can make tiles sweat to give you free metal. You know, it's metal that's coming out of nowhere. You're not spending anything, you're just getting free metal because the game's coding's a bit broken. If you see what I mean. Do we have a glossy egg yet? Doesn't look like it. Son of a bitch. I really would like a glossy egg. Bugs are part of the optimization, they're part of the game. That's not true. That's not true, else we wouldn't have a bug fix section where Clay addressed these things as bugs but can't fix them. They're not a part of the game. There's something that should be stamped out of the game. It's just a case of waiting for them to fix it. If it was the part of the game, they'd just say it was an intended feature and move on, which they have done with certain things, like pondering. That's now a feature, whereas originally it was a bug. So, you make a fair point. I actually thought they'd give you less than Norway. Real amount with flooding. No, not at all, Kunks. It's the opposite. Well, not the opposite. You're getting an erroneous amount with flooding them. You get the right amount if you keep their pressure low, doing them normally. So. XC, how you doing, buddy? Potentially convert 100% water to 100% hydrogen. No, you can't go quite that far. There is limitations even on the exploit. It goes up to like I think 340 grams or something is the highest I recorded when I did a bit of playing with it ages back. 340 grams is the most hydrogen you can get, I think. But still, that's a much better ratio. That makes SPOMs very much easier. But yeah, I really genuinely wouldn't recommend any of you do it. If you get lazy with like how to do a simple oxygen setup, then yeah, good luck with the rest of the game. Uh-oh. There we go. I'm going to get some jute stuck here if I don't sort of pay attention, so... I want all this to be done now, so let's get all the boys involved. And... yeah, I want this online as well. I don't know how much materials I actually have. Probably not quite enough, I don't think. That's going to overbuild. I might go around this for the minute. Ooh, we have just enough copper. Holy shit. Just enough. Okay, so that needs to happen first so we can get this water pumping. And get that out of there, and then we can drop a bit more down as well. Like this little bit up here, and might be some more up here that we want to drop down as well. Although, to be honest, I think these little pools are never ending, so at some point I'm just going to have to stop worrying about getting them down here, I think. Okay, so still, how does that give you infinite resource? Just getting better resources. No, you're getting something for free. You're getting something that the game is not intended to give you. If electrolyzers were meant to give you like a variable amount of resources, it would say in the tooltip, can produce more if you flood it with water like a pleb lord. But it doesn't say that. It says these are your outputs, this is what it takes, and this is what it costs. So if you skew those figures at all, you've somehow bugged it. Remember, there's also some pump configurations around, but normal electrolyzer gave inconsistent output, less oxygen when more hydrogen. It's mostly down to pressure habit. Not really anything to do with pumps. There were people that believed it was down to the fact that pumps, when you build a pump, you expect it to operate within this 2x2 radius, don't you? You know, you think you build a pump here, it will fill this space and it will draw from this space, but it doesn't. What pumps actually do is operate like this. Alright, so it pulls from this radius, with the pump being, I think it's there, might be there, can't quite remember. And people thought that having pumps around electrolyzers in a certain fashion would give them different outputs, whereas in reality it didn't really make a blind bit of difference. When people got more into it, it didn't really make much of a difference. The main thing is just keep the pressure low around your electrolyzers. Or be a Chad and bug them out. It's kind of up to you. I don't hold anything against any of you that try these things, so you can see how they work and, you know, understand the bug. It's more, I'd never advocate it to new players or people that are struggling with these things as a solution, because it's not a solution. That's kind of my stance on it. That's why I don't show these things on stream. I know about them, but I'm not going to show them on stream. Mex is a secret admirer. What's this all about? What's this secret admirer? Made 1k fluff for no streams. What? Right, enough exploit ranting anyway. I will look things like this. If it's a single player game or you're playing a game single player mode, do what you want. Yeah, exactly. It's slightly different for me though, guys. You have to remember that. Because I do have... Is it streamer morals? I don't know what you call it. I don't want to advertise things to people that might pop in as like... You know, some people might have bought the game this weekend and they might jump on the stream and watch for a couple of hours and see me doing all sorts of, you know, stuff like this, really. It sends the wrong message to new players. And I've always had this argument with SPOMs, like new players that jump on the forums and they say, hey guys, I'm struggling, can anybody help me with an electrolyzer build? And people go, build a SPOM, here is my SPOM build, it's exactly power positive, it's beautiful, it gives you loads of free power. But yeah, it's not a way of showing people. That's my thing. But yeah, as you say, single player game, do what the fuck you want. That's generally always been my message. Alright then. The algae's starting to deplete again. I bet the base isn't actually too good either. I think some of these are like packets of polluted oxygen up here, which is trolling me a bit, but my dupes will either breathe it, we might have to let some of this out to get it cleaned. It's fine. Alright, let's go a bit higher with this now. Okay, this is now pumping, which is good. What about liquid over vent? Is that an exploit too? We just answered that, Chikoke. I've answered this many times on stream. The reason I don't feel bad about overpressurizing vents is because all I'm really gaining is space. I'm gaining storage space. So what I could do, if it, you know, if you guys are really gonna, you know, complain about it, I could build a tank this big. All right. And all I'd do is put a vent in the middle, a high pressure vent if I had some plastic. Imagine this is a high pressure vent, bang, high pressure vent, alright? And then that will give me 170 times 2, that's 340, that will give me 3.7 tons of gas storage. There's a tank. Or I could build one like this. There's a tank. Do you know what I mean? It's more just about saving time on stream, wasting materials, building something that I can't be arsed doing. For the sake of igneous or obsidian or whatever I'm saving money on, I'm investing oil, I'm investing power, because I'm handling my materials twice. You know, it's a time saver. That's all it is. So, but this comes up all the time. I've answered it many, many times on stream. It is an exploit. I don't deny this isn't an exploit. It's one of the oldest exploits in the game as well, but it's given me nothing but space. That's it. No, Chikoki. That's why I answered it, mate. If I was hurt, I wouldn't have answered it, buddy. It's something I've answered many times before because it's the first thing people say. Mate, but you're using overpressurized tanks. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Never sees my jokes. What was your joke, Hamster? I didn't see. There's no good way to store gas or liquid in large amounts in the game. No, the only thing that we do have, Eldor, to store liquids and gases is freezing them. We do have state changes, but the problem is Clay and their infinite wisdom still haven't fixed the fact that if I say I took all my water here and I froze it into ice, and I get a nice juicy tile of ice, when I dig that ice out, I lose all the water. Like, I lose half of it. I could melt it again, but that takes fucking ages, again, because state changes are a little bit lame in this game. So, we do have a solution in changing the state of the material. It's just a real bad one. So, that's the way to store things in bulk if you really want to. What did I miss, Hamster? Oh, and you can't stop me. Oh, I want to know when you can't stop me, is that what you said? I'm going to try and understand the bug for the next 3,000 cycles and you can't stop me. How many plants do you need to farm per dupe? Andy Glamas, best thing I can recommend is go and have a look on the Oni Assistant. If you Google Oni Assistant, you can go on the Oni DB and that will tell you all that sort of information. Depending on what you're farming, depending on, you know, dupe skills and everything, the numbers fluctuate quite a bit. You know, if you've got dupes that are actively fertilizing your crops, you need way less. You know, depending on what crop you're farming, you might need more or less. So. Hamster, it's not you, mate. I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, as I say. I'm a little bit spacey at the minute. I'm feeling a little bit meh. I'm full of food, which has put me in a bit of a food coma. I've not got enough caffeine in me, and I'm a little bit sick. So. That's what I mean. You'd have to make a whole big room for each resource in the store. That can both heat and cool. In some cases, very cold or very hot. It's not really practical, in my opinion. Yeah, it's just we just don't have very good options for it. Funnily enough, there are mods out there that make like you can get mods where the liquid reservoir is like 30 tons and 50 tons, and you can get mods with gas storage that can hold 50 tons and stuff like that. I mean, they're just basically trying out to fix a problem that's been in this game for a while. That we got buffer tanks. You know, that's what these are. These reservoirs aren't really reservoirs. They're buffers in the literal sense. You know, they give us a way of buffering our liquids before they go somewhere else. We never really got proper reservoirs, proper tanks. In my opinion, anyway. It'd be nice if we did. It'd be nice if we could just slap down a building that maybe cost some power to handle the liquid and meant we could hold a lot more. That'd be pretty sweet. But again, it's a discussion we've had many times before. It is what it is, unfortunately. Reservoirs store less than the space would store just as a box. Exactly. That's what I mean. They're not meant to be reservoirs in the conventional sense. They're not meant to be a tank. They're a buffer. And they do their job very well as a buffer. They're very good as a buffer. They ain't no tank storage. Montauk, how you doing, buddy? Have a solution, use the small pipe packet things you can cool the water as it exits the vent, into ice debris instead of an ice towel, and store an infinite amount of that ice debris in one cell. I know you love it. That sounds real good. My old favourite. My old favourite. Oh, do you want to hear the fucking best part, by the way, guys? Today I had somebody comment on one of my YouTube videos. It's nice to see you're copying Brothgar and doing a modded playthrough. Motherfuckers. Motherfuckers. Jesus. Christ almighty. Yikes. Exactly, yeah. Fuck me. I didn't even reply. I just looked at it and went, oh, cunt. Cunt. I'm sorry if that person has, for some reason, joined the stream today. Cock. Oh, Jesus. Fuck me. I just looked at it like, oh. But that was Wachunga's alt YouTube account, yeah. Ah, Jesus. That's your first problem reading YouTube comments. I didn't actually go out of my way to read it. I got a notification too. I do check the YouTube comments occasionally, don't get me wrong. They're not exactly thick and fast, so I don't think to check them all that often, but I can't fucking believe it. Right then. So, I need them to come and finish this stoof off. My dupes are struggling a little bit, as I say, in terms of logistics, getting around the base and stuff. It's quite big, and they do get this slowdown when they go in the dark. They're also running an absolute mile to come and get some of this algae, which sucks. Oh, my little sticks, the boys are online. They're going to die very soon, but they're online for now. We're in the oil trade now, boys. We're doing it. The little pump that could is bottlenecked, as I suspected. This fucker's just a beast. I don't think we can pump this quickly enough. Yeah. He's a big boy. We're going to get like half a cycle of pumping. Right, anyway. Let's start putting some stuff in over here. So, we'll have one of you. And we're going to have to get rid of these ladders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this will be fine. Get rid of all of this stuff. We're probably going to need some storage here as well to get this stuff swept out in a minute. So we'll just do a bit of that. And then, let's put, what am I doing? Let's put in one electrolyzer here. Maybe one. Yeah, maybe one there and there. And then we'll also need some plumbing. Which we'll do like this, because we're nice boys. That can be... Yeah, we'll cross that bridge in a minute. There's going to be a lot of pumps in here, so I kind of need to decide what I'm going to do with power as well. I think the solution might be to just use heavy watt wire for everything. So what we'll probably do is slap one of you in here, and... what is that, aluminium? Oh, God. I do that. We'll do all this with the heavy watt wire. And then we'll have all these pumps that are going to be down here as well. One in, 1, 2. Okay. It's only just getting to pump now, and this one's going to be active again in a sec. Yeah, so we may have a problem with this one. Now that we've dropped all this water away, let's see how it's doing. Let me turn this off for a minute. Ginger Dangus and a furry hat. Only half. How you doing, buddy? And I think Dangus is a little bit strong. I'd rather pretty sexy boy in a furry hat. That would suit me better, please, if you'd be so kind. Pretty sexy, sickly boy in a lovely hat. I'm gonna take Meep. Meep, you're in, son. Meep, get good at carrying stuff. Ada, be better at this. Be better at that. Yeah, some of my dupes are very pissed off at the minute. And let's put you on this. Let's put you on a bit of this as well. And you need to be doing digging and build. Good. Good, good. Oh, did someone piss up here? Oh shit, I've still got the old toilets in. Guys, we still have poopy toilets. I didn't fix the toilets. Oh no. Oh darn. I thought we did that last stream. Right, well we'll need to get to that in a minute as well. Christ. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Alright, one thing at a time. Let's get all this stuff finished. Let's get you done. Stat. What else have we found recently? Oh shit, weed fibers. Balm lily flowers, don't think I really care about them, but whatever. Somebody mop this piss up. What the hell? +1 and +1 that YouTube video comment. Fuck you, Goris. You jerk. Jerk! Shouldn't have said anything, should I? I'm a fool. I'm a fool! Oh, come on. Alright then. Yeah, we may end up having to put this on the main line. So, I mean, these are going to be the main source of water. It's daft for me to try and limp by with this, so I might just connect this up to there, or... I don't know. We'll figure it out in a minute. It's no big drama for the minute. It's just I am actively losing some water here. Well, ish. We're trying to pump it, but as soon as this fills up, we lose it. What's going on here? It's just not that into chat. If it's appreciated my end. What's going on? Sorry. I was going to the... See, I wouldn't read comments like that even if I saw it at the time. I try my best. Oh, I just admire his passion for his ideas and respect him for it. You son of a gun. I expect to do a lot of people's fucking pricks. I suppose here's when he doesn't read the chat and misses the needles. You see, maybe if you guys were nicer for the most part, I'd read chat more actively. I used to read chat all the time. I was a busy chat reader. And then as the comments become more and more negative, more and more shitty, more and more trolley, I stopped loading my chat program altogether. I've not loaded my bot in months. I refuse to do it. The abuse is real. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe if you guys weren't so damn cruel. Alright. Now, having my pumps overlapping like this is really dumb, but I'm going to do it anyway. So don't copy this. It's just this is the space that I've got, and I don't want my pumps to be any higher than this. We're chat, this is what we do. There's 2 for Twitch chat to be nice. Pretty sure I agreed to that when I signed up. God damn it. I forget about the TOS that you all have to adhere to so diligently. I forget that you guys are all about the rules, aren't you? Yeah, what a mistake. What a mistake to make. Right. Let's put a little override switch in here. We're going to have to do the automation for these boys as well. And we'll just put a little ladder in there. I'm assuming the base is suffocating a bit because they're having to go so far to get any algae. I do see the diffusers are still kind of working, but, you know, we are running out. Actively running out of air. I won't do a sweep just yet. We'll build as much of this stuff as we can. What I will do is start getting some of the piping sorted. So, let me think. So, what we should do... And then this boy... let me just think what I'm trying to do here. So I need a pipe sensor to a shut-off. And then what I'm basically going to do is pump my oxygen back down here. So it'll be pipe sensor shut-off. Shut-off can go down... Oh, I'll do this slightly differently. Pipe sensor shut-off. Hydrogen goes out here. Okay. Oxygen. I'd love a high pressure vent for this, but I don't have any plastic. Do I still not have a glossy egg? I mean, I've been feeding these pricks for ages. Where's my glossy eggs at? You there? What's the deal? What? What's going on, Max? Oh, none of the sound effects working either. Wait, really? Oh, Boo's working. Here's people going.
The idea is to get to space before it falls apart, you see.
That's so cool, though. That's true. Jesus. You can't use them. Did somebody already play KSP Boom? Don't know why, but your stream doesn't work for me tonight. All I have is the sound and a black screen. That face is not working. You're not coming through on stream? Cheer didn't play. Do you hear it when I play it? Alright. No chat is shown on stream. Right, let me level with you guys. Let me level with you. Let's just stop for a second. Let me just explain. Today's stream is going to be a little bit fucked up because I'm not logged in on OBS because it thinks I'm Lifegrow Ski, not Lifegrow. And because I've done that slight change to the name, it's fucked everything. It'll be fixed for tomorrow, I swear. I'm sorry. There'll be no sound effects and shenanigans today. I'm sorry. If I miss any alerts, please give me a wave in chat. I fucked everything up, yeah. TLDR, everything's broken. But I will get it fixed. But that played for me. That worked no problem. I heard what have I done. No, I know why my chat wasn't connected. Yeah, sorry guys. It's all a little bit balked. I did some mistakes, alright? Well, not mistakes, it's just, it's an ongoing thing.
Your bad day just got worse.
We're trying to fix some things, alright?